to Audrey's reading area. Yes, I am here. I'm here. And oh, my light just went out. I'm sorry, you guys. I don't know. I think I found the problem. Sorry, I will be back with you in a second. And here we go. All right, you guys. Things are always happening. And fortunately, this time, I was able to fix it quickly. Here on Audrey's reading area, I read fun and exciting books to you guys and educational and multicultural. And today is Multicultural Awareness Wednesday. So welcome. I have a book called Applesauce Day. So this is, and it's not just about a whole entire community culture. It could be about a family's culture. Let's say the families created an applesauce day. And that's why I have my little apples and applesauce over here in the corner. My little applesauce and my little apples, as you can see. My little apples and applesauce. You know, when you cut an apple, it starts to turn brown. In order for it to not turn brown, spray it with some lemon juice. It keeps it. I didn't get a chance to do that. So, you guys, or you can actually put it in the refrigerator. So I have my applesauce here. Yes, my applesauce and my apples. I have not read this book yet, so we're going to jump right into it first. I dedicate this whole YouTube channel to my grandbabies, Korea, Sanaa, David III, and Kaden. I miss you guys so much. Hope to see you soon, and I love you. So, we're going to jump right into this book, Applesauce Day. Applesauce Day. And this book is written by Lisa Amstutz. Pictures, illustrations, by Talitha Shipman. We're going to jump right into this book. Again, it's written by Lisa Amstutz. Pictures or illustrations by Talitha Shipman. And see, Applesauce Day. Can you see? Yes. This book should be fun. Let's see. Shout out to my niece, Emlyn, who is watching. Love you, Emlyn. Thank you for being here. All right. Applesauce Day. And it says, Grandma's waiting at the door. I'm Grammy. Her smile matches mine as she hugs me tight. Ready to make applesauce, she asks. Applesauce Day. We're going to jump into this book right now. We'll jump right into it. Oh, no. My lights keep going out on me. We load up the car and drive to the apple orchard. Oh, man, I used to do that a lot in New York. Every fall, Maria and her family make applesauce together. Told you. Sometimes families create a culture or a habit or a little thing that they do together. They visit an orchard to pick the apples. Tomato, right? However you pronounce it. Then they spend the day at Grandma's, washing, cutting, and cooking them in the special applesauce pot the family has used for generations. And this is what the pages look like, right in the first page. Maria loves each step in the process, which ends with delicious applesauce. As the air turns crisp and the leaves begin to fall, gather family and friends to enjoy the apple harvest. Okay, let's jump right into this book now. Applesauce Day. Here we go. Nice illustrations, right? I spy the big pot on the counter right away. Hooray! I say hooray. Hooray. Hooray, I say. It's Applesauce Day. Hannah cheers. Ezra bangs his spoon. Bang, bang, bang. Your little baby. After breakfast, we load up the car and drive to the apple orchard just outside the city. So we have this. We have this page. And let me plug this in. I don't know how it got unplugged. Both of these things were unplugged. Hope you can hear me now. Hope you can hear me. Okay. Good job. Good. So they're packing up and ready to go to the apple orchard. So next page says, you guys, I don't know if you've ever been apple picking at the apple orchard. It's really fun. It's fun. It's so cool. My parents used to take me to do that when I was young, and school trips and stuff like that. The air smells like ripe apples here. I listen to the quiet. There are no sirens or screeching tires, only the buzzing of bees and leaves rustling in the wind. Then Hannah calls my name. She's on her tippy toes, tugging at an apple. Tugging at an apple. I gotta try to buy some apple earrings so I can wear when I read books like this, right? That would be cool. Or, I'm just saying, I take donations. I'm just saying. I show her the trick Dad taught me last year. Twist and pull. The apple pops right off. Dad winks at me. And we get to work. Mom and Dad pick the high apples. Hannah and I pick the low ones. Ezra helps too. Soon the baskets are full of rosy apples, ready to be smushed into sweet, tangy applesauce. We pack them up and head for Grandma's big, roomy kitchen. Grandma's waiting at the door. Her smile matches mine as she hugs me tight. Ready to make applesauce, she asks. Are you ready to make applesauce? We lug the apple baskets into the kitchen and take our places. This year, Ezra gets to help too. Aww. Dad washes the apples, and Grandma cuts them into quarters so they'll cook quickly. Snick, snick, snick. See them cutting them up and preparing the apples, cooking it. Ezra drops the apple quarters into the big steel pot. Thunk, thunk, thunk. It's heavy and wide and holds lots of apples. The perfect pot for applesauce, Grandma says. It looks like a regular pot to me. As we work, Mom tells us how she helped Grandma carry bushels of apples home from the market in their quiet Ohio town. Shout out to my cousin Carolyn, still celebrating her birthday this week. Ohio. And how they cooked them in this very pot when she was a little girl. Aww. Grandma tells us how she helped her mother pick apples from the old apple tree behind their house on the windy Iowa prairie. That's funny because we had actually had a cherry tree on our property on my lawn at the side of the house. We had a cherry tree. We used to climb and pick the cherries and eat them, and they were good too. And how they too cooked them in this pot when she was a little girl. So her grandma and her great-grandma, yes, used to do the same thing. Tradition, culture. I look at the pot again. I wonder how many apples it has cooked. And what kind of stories it could tell if pots could talk. Soon the warm scent of cooking apples fills the air. Their skins fade to pink as the apples melt into mush. Every now and then, an air bubble rises to the surface and makes that sound blurp, blurp, blurp. The air bubbles, right? Blurp, blurp, blurp. Mom scoops the hot apple mush into the food mill. Hannah and I take turns cranking the handle and pressing the apples into the funnel at the top. Oh. Oh. Crank, squish, crankety, squish. Mm. Applesauce squishes through the strainer and flows like a river. It flows like a river into the pan waiting below. Peels and seeds drop out the end into a bowl. Look at that. I dip my fingers into the applesauce for a taste. I got my applesauce in a cup. It's so sweet. It doesn't really need any sugar, but we add a little anyway. I wouldn't, though. I wouldn't do it. Then we scoop the applesauce into containers. Got my applesauce. Got my applesauce with cinnamon. Scoop them into containers. By now, our stomachs are rumbling. Let's get ready to rumble. Our stomachs are rumbling. Grandma sets out a plate of sandwiches and a big bowl of warm applesauce. She sprinkles cinnamon on top. We all take heaping, helpings, and then seconds. Ezra licks the bowl. Do y'all see Ezra licking the bowl right here? Ezra licks the bowl, the applesauce bowl. How cool is that? Then we go back to work, cutting and cooking and cranking. Crank, squish, crankety, squish. Cutting and cooking and cranking. They go back to work after they eat a little bit. They got that many apples, huh? Until the baskets are empty and the containers are all full. We fill Grandma's big freezer and pack the rest in our car. Finally, we say our goodbyes and head for home, tired and sticky, but full of stories and smiles and applesauce. And applesauce. Yes. The car grows quiet. I run my finger over the scratches in the old metal pot. Someday, I think, when I grow up, I will cook apples in this very special pot on Applesauce Day. Aw. The end. And they have applesauce. They have an applesauce recipe. An amazing apple facts. I will hold the recipe up so you can pause and take a look at this recipe. Pause, and I'll go close and go up. So if you want to make applesauce, you sure can. And go up. And you can pause it and make this applesauce. Now we have amazing apple facts. My initials actually spell out apple. That's right. Apple. Amazing apple facts. Apples come in many different shades of red, yellow, and green. More than half of all commercially grown apples are eaten fresh. The rest are made into apple pie, apple sauce, apple butter, apple juice, apple cider vinegar, apple cider, and more. Apples are harvested from late summer to fall. Apples belong to the rose family. Wow, I didn't know that. Did you guys know that? The flowers on an apple tree look like wild roses. I don't think I noticed that as a kid growing up picking these apples. I don't think I noticed that, but that's interesting, isn't it? Hmm. An apple a day is good advice. Apples are packed with fiber and contain vitamin C and other nutrients. So they say an apple a day keeps the doctor away, but it also keeps the dentist away because when you bite into the apple, that helps to clean off your teeth, doesn't it? So it keeps the doctor away and the dentist away. Eat an apple every day. Yes. So an apple a day is good advice. Apples are packed with fiber and contain vitamin C and other nutrients. But be careful though, because apples have a lot of sugar in it, and a lot of sugar is not good for us. Don't forget. And the apple peel contains 2/3 of the fruit's fiber and lots of healthy antioxidants. So eat the peels. Make sure you wash that apple real good and eat the peels. It's good for you. That's what they're saying by that. Apples can be as small as a golf ball or as large as softballs. A bushel of apples, approximately 42 to 48 pounds, makes 15 to 18 quarts of applesauce. Apple trees are pollinated by bees. Didn't know that, did you? Bees. See, that's why bees are good. That's why we need bees. They pollinate these fruits and help them grow and help them, help them grow and help them come up for us to eat. Apple trees are pollinated by bees. Say that. Apple trees are pollinated by bees. It rhymes. All right. Astronaut John Glenn, the first American to orbit the Earth, took applesauce into space in squeezable aluminum tubes. Did you know that? Did you? If you knew that, yes, you're really good. You're doing some reading on your own, aren't you? Applesauce into space in those little metal tubes. Thumbs up for that. Aluminum tubes. Apple trees came to North America with early colonists from Europe, and they dried some of the apples and used the rest to make apple cider vinegar, and apple butter. That sounds so good, doesn't it? Apple butter. In the early 1800s, John Chapman carried apple seeds westward to settlers in Pennsylvania, Ohio, Indiana, and in Illinois. He became known as Johnny Appleseed. Johnny Appleseed. I know you guys have heard of him. It's a book. Read it. Look for it. Read it. Johnny Appleseed. I'm going to read that one again. In the early 1800s, John Chapman is his last name. He carried apple seeds westward to settlers in Pennsylvania, Ohio, Indiana, and Illinois. He became known as Johnny Appleseed. And there it is. Amazing apple facts. Wow. Let's see if this book has any more things to read to you guys. No? No. Applesauce Day. Wow. Thank you guys so much for being here and listening to me read fun and exciting and multicultural. This is that family's culture. They've been doing this for generations, so they made it into their culture. Thank you for listening to me read this book about Applesauce Day. Of course, I want to shout out my grandbabies again. Sanaa, Korea, David III, and Kaden. Shout out to my mom. My mom's here. Shout out, Mom. Mom, I see you wrote my initials. You forgot the H. Apple. Apple. Yes. Hey, Patsy. Patsy, thanks for being here. Andre. Thank you, Andre, for being here. Yes, Andre. Those are my people. Patsy and her crew. Yes. I'm going to name them again. Destiny, Darla, Delilah, Deanna, and DJ. Those are her babies. Thank you all for being here and listening to me read fun and exciting books like this. Applesauce Day. I hope you guys go ahead and try some applesauce because you know what I'm going to do when I log off. I'm going to eat the applesauce. That's right. Talking about all this applesauce made me want to eat some applesauce. So I got my little apples and my applesauce and all of that stuff over there. Yes, I do. So Shout out to all of you people, all of you guys, all of you followers, all of you kids, all of you children, all of you, my babies, all of you family, friends, relatives, all of you. Shout out to all of you who go to YouTube and smash that subscribe button for me. Shout out to all of you strangers that go to YouTube and look for Audrey's Reading Area and smash that subscribe button for me and share. And they also, yes, hit that like button. Thank you guys so much for all your love and all your support. Really, really, really appreciate it. I'm gaining slowly. I'm getting to 1,000. I'm over 500. Over 500. All right. It might actually be, I don't know if it's 600 yet. Probably. But please go ahead and subscribe. Thank you. And I will see you again tomorrow. I'll be live. Do it with me. Live at 5 tomorrow. And I will see you tomorrow. See you soon.